If you skip this video, it's going to be the biggest mistake of your life, I promise you. And if you stay for this video, you are a vibrational match and you are meant to change your life. Y para mi gente que habla en español, voy a hacer un video sobre eso también. But this is my receipt for when this happens. I'm going to connect all of the dots between quantum physics, the quantum financial system, and spirituality because they all connect. They are all quantum. I'm just going to start spitting this all out there because I could not sleep last night and I had so many dots connecting. But what is quantum? Quantum is quantum connectedness. It is, if you've ever heard the term ripple effect, this is going to make so much sense to you. But I made a video a few weeks ago about how the financial system was rigged against us, and everything is literally about liquidity. The Federal Reserve is like a reservoir. It controls the flow of money because they can print as much money as they want. They can do quantitative tightening whenever they want to stop the flow of money. And we all know that in spirituality, when energy is blocked, that's when you become damned. That's what the Federal Reserve is, and that's what they did to the financial system. They damned it because they did not want us to be in control of our own energy because money is energy. So you have the Federal Reserve, which can control the flow of money, and then you have the currency, the current C, which is us. We are the current, we are the energy, and that's what flows down like a river. And you also have the banks. The banks are like river banks, and they contain the flow of the current. And then it eventually gets down to us, which is like the sea. I'm going to explain why in this new financial system, the control is coming back to us in the sea. And that's because crypto allows us to be our own banks, and it's going to allow us to have the energy flow through us. It's not going to flow like a river, it's returning back to the sea, which is us. It's going to be one. And this is where XRP comes into play. And I wrote down just a couple of notes because I just wanted to get my ideas out there. But if you are in crypto, you are your own bank because we are the liquidity. We are one, and the energy must flow through us because we are all connected energetically. Money is energy, we are energy. And you will be your own bank, and no one will be able to tell you what you can do with your money. They cannot hold your money. They cannot take days to transfer your money because this energy must be able to flow freely, smoothly, anywhere in the world, anytime, low cost, and in seconds. Because in the quantum financial system, in quantum physics, in quantum spirituality, which is the 5D, energy must flow freely. There cannot be any borders because borders block energy, and energy must be able to flow freely because if not, it will be damned. Enter XRP. It's all about liquidity. The company that will use XRP is named Ripple. It's like ripples in the ocean, and it will cause a ripple effect, which will affect everything else. XRP also has the symbolism of as above, so below. And you know in spirituality how important this saying is, as above, so below. So it's like ripples in the water. XRP and crypto does not care about borders. Remember, energy. Borders block energy from flowing through. And many people in the world do not have access to banks, but they have access to smartphones. They can be their own bank by bypassing borders and be able to send money between other countries. We already know this. We already know that you can send money anywhere in the world, but this is specifically important for people between countries. And I'm going to get into why XRP is important in this. If you can send money to other countries using crypto, you have no fees, you have no paperwork, whatever status does not matter. Anybody can set up an account because they have a phone, but a lot of people don't have access to banks. This is going to allow the energy to move more freely because it's going to set everything on a more even playing field, because a lot of people got left behind because they did not have access to banks. And also you have the problem with hyperinflation in like Venezuela and all of these different countries. This is going to set everything on a level playing field because everybody will have access to the same thing. Our financial system was built on liquidity. Our financial system operates on maritime admiral law, which is the law of the sea. And they always knew that money was energy, but they used it against us. They wanted us to put the power into their hands and to trust their currency, which they can manipulate and do whatever they want to control us. But we are taking the power back into our own hands using crypto. XRP was built specifically for this. Why? Because liquidity is everything. When you understand quantum physics, when you understand spirituality, when you understand how money works and how money is actually energy, you understand that you want energy to be able to move as freely as possible with low barriers, as fast as possible. XRP was built specifically for this, and I'm going to explain it. So, when something is high in liquid, it can move very fast. It has no barriers. It is basically free flowing energy. That's something that is high liquid. Something that is low liquid is like the housing market, for example. Housing, when you're trying to sell a house, um, you cannot sell it very fast because you have to find a buyer and then convert everything into the dollar or whatever currency. You have to go through all of the paperwork process. This is another thing that XRP does. It's going to hold all of these contracts and everything on its ledger. Getting back to liquidity, the housing market, for example, is something that is low in liquid. It's not very liquid because you can't sell it very fast. This is what XRP does. It settles transactions in less than 3 seconds. The fees are less than 1 cent. It can do 1,500 transactions per second. This is why XRP was built for this. This is why XRP will be the liquidity for the whole financial system. I'm out. And one last thing, as above, so below. Why does that matter? Because people that are spiritual and are awakened understand that astrology is real. As above affects us below. This is stellar lumens. It is the luminaries. Also, what is quantum physics? What is the quantum financial system that they're going to call it? What is spirituality? It is quantum. The thing that will connect all of these different projects like Ripple, Stellar Lumens, Algorand, all of these ISO 222 coins, I think they're called, is quantum. This is my receipt.